Okay, hello children. So again the continuation of from trade to territory, the last part. Now we have seen that Britishers have annexed almost all part of our country. Now what they are going to do is that they are going to revamp all the administrative structure as such in our country. They are trying to administer the country on from their point of view, on their methods. So what all methods that they have adopted to reform the administrative structure of our country. So Warren Hastings was the Governor General at that time. So he had brought in so many methods, so many reforms in the administration. So we are going to see all the methods or the reforms that he have introduced in the administration, including the judiciary system. Okay, here we are going to see how the Warren Hastings has set up a new administration. The whole territory that they have captured, he divided the whole territory into 3 presidencies or 3 units. The 3 presidencies under Warren Hastings was that Bengal presidency, Madras presidency and Bombay presidency. So that was the first step or the first reform that he has made in the administrative field. This means he have divided the entire British territory into 3 presidencies, Bengal, Madras and Bombay. Each presidency was under a governor, means there is a Bengal governor, there is a governor in Madras and there is a governor in Bombay. And all these governors and all these areas will come under the supreme head of administration, and the supreme head of administration is known as Governor General. So there will be governors and all these governors will come under the control of Governor General, and Warren Hastings was the first Governor General in India, means Bengal, Madras and Bombay was under his control. So what are the measures that he has adopted? Now all the administrative measures that Warren Hastings has introduced in India. In each district he made 2 courts. One is civil courts, another one is criminal courts. So each district had 2 courts, civil court and district courts. And he know that in order to learn a country, in order to control a country, all the systems or all the laws related to the countries have to be learnt. Then only the country can be properly governed. So Maulavis, so Muslims are having their own code of law and Hindus are having their own code of law. So Maulavis and the Pandits. Maulavis means those who are interpreting the laws of the Muslims, and Pandits who interpreted the law of the Hindus. So he took the help of these, and these Maulavis and Pandits interpreted all the Indian laws and they taught it to the European collectors. It is known as collectors, and these collectors they presided over the civil court. Okay. So Maulvis and Pandit interpreted Indian laws for European collectors, and the European collectors are the head of the civil court. They presided over the civil court. Now the second court, that is criminal court. Criminal court was under the supervision of the collector. So collector is having a wide role here. Okay. Now again, in order to learn all the laws of Hindus and Muslim, he got the Hindus and Muslim laws translated into English and he codified all the laws. That is very important. He has codified all the laws, Hindu laws and Muslim law into one law. So what are the administrative reforms of Warren Hastings? Warren Hastings, each district had 2 courts, civil court and criminal court. Maulavis and Pandits interpreted Indian laws for European collectors who presided over the civil courts, and the criminal court was under the control of the collector. He made the Hindus and Muslim laws translated, and then he codified all the laws. Then Warren Hastings established a Supreme Court. Till then there was no Supreme Court in our country. So Warren Hastings had established a new Supreme Court in Calcutta under the Regulatory Act in 1773. Apart from Supreme Court, a Court of Appeal was also introduced in Calcutta. So Warren Hastings had introduced Supreme Court and Court of Appeal in Calcutta. Now the collector has, I told you, the collector have great powers. He has granted collectors great powers, and the office of collector is known as collectorate. The office of the collector has thus become a new center of power. Means collectorate now is the center of power in the British territory. So what are the roles or what are the duties that the collectors have to carry out? The main job of the collectors were, the collector is considered as the administrative head. He has immense power. He is considered, collector is considered as the administrative head. It is the duty of the collector to collect revenues, to collect tax. So collector have to collect revenues and tax, and he have to supervise all the workings of that. Then another important function of the collector is to maintain law and order of the country. He is to maintain law and order with the help of the police, army, etc. Okay. So the collectorate become the main center of power. The main he is the administrative head. The main function of the collector is to collect revenue, taxes, and to maintain the law and order of the country. Now coming to the British Army, there were so many reforms that have been done in British Army also. So we can see what all are the reforms made in the British Army. The English East India Company began to recruit professionals instead of savos and paidal soldiers. Before, the army consists of savos, means soldiers on the horseback, and paidal soldiers, you know, this foot soldiers, means walking. So instead of savos and paidals, now they began to recruit professional soldiers. Okay. Now those who were recruited, they began to give training with the new warfare technologies in the European style. So they began to give them European style warfare technologies, and the soldiers were given muskets and matchlocks. Then there was a uniform military culture. They were given a uniform military culture of discipline and all, and they were given a European style of training. So all these are the reforms that were brought under the company army. So the reforms of the that was brought under company army are: the East India Company recruited professional soldiers in the place of savos and paidal soldier. The soldiers were trained in new warfare technologies in the European style. The soldiers were armed with muskets and matchlocks. A uniform military culture was developed, and they were given a European style of training. Okay, understood? This is all about that topic. Read the lesson 5 or 6 as many times as possible, then learn the lesson also. Thank you, children. Thank you.